on, peoples? Al York Sports. TGI Friday with another one, man. Yeah, let's get this rocking, man. Another Friday, baby. Another open sessions. Yeah, man. Like 8-9 years straight every Friday, man. You heard rain, snow, sleet, COVID, all that shit, man. All that shit. Suge Knight in the building. What's going down, Suge Knight? Have to call my man Suge Knight out. Make sure y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. We got my man KGM Sports in the building. Few techs in the building. Yes, sir. I'm ready to go. You know I'm always ready to go. I be doing a million shit before I press that play button to get with y'all, man. Shit crazy, man. But let me know if y'all can hear me good. Cause I'm doing the ear thing again. I be fucking up with it, man. We got the the building, baby. That's my guy right there, baby. I love money, man. These are the new hats. My man, my brother, Kes Warner got him out, man. That's what we do. We help each other, man. He pushed my shit, I push his shit. I love money in the building, man. Yeah, let's let a few people come in. Yo, this shit be bothering me, this ear shit, man. This shit mad uncomfortable. And I don't even got both of them. I got one. If I had both, I'd be sounding deaf right now. Yeah, I hope everybody good on this amazing Friday. TGI Friday. No drinking and driving. Y'all know what the fuck it is. Few texts in the building. That's right, baby. Keep playing your slots, man. I'm gonna keep shouting you out. You know how we do it. All right, let's start. We're gonna have an amazing show today. We got Cal. Cal gonna roll up first. Cal ready to deliver some goods. We got X-Man in the background. We got Brian Breezy who just tapped in. So let's start this amazing show, guys. We're gonna start off like we normally do with the message of the day. And I keep telling y'all every time I give you this is basically my personal experience or some older cats that I know that kind of bring it down to me. So y'all getting really good messages of the day, like die-hard official shit, just for tapping in, man. I don't know what else I could do, man. I'm keeping it a band, man. Message of the day. This one is like a little tricky, but you got to put it together. You don't know someone until you know them. Think about that. You might think you know a motherfucker until shit hit the fan, then you get the real motherfucker you supposed to get. You feel me? Think about that. You don't know a motherfucker until you really know who the fuck you dealing with. Shout out to Steve Levine. Everybody tapping in. Let's start the show, man. Al York Sports, baby. The raw truth. Whole head in the building, baby. We got a Met fan that shows up to our show. That's right. The only Met fan. Though, you know what? I used to say whole head be hating, man. But you know what? He be tapping in my show, and he know I'm diehard Yankee. So it's either two things. He's tapping in to gather some hate information, or he's just showing his man love that went to school with him. I think it's that one, man. Shout out to everybody tapping in. And remember what I told y'all. You don't know someone until you really know them. Do the math. Let's start the show, baby. Shout out to everybody tapping in late. Everybody in the building. Like I said, man, salute to everybody. Tough year. A lot of people got people passing away. Let me give my condolences to all the people, especially the people tapping in with me. It's like every week somebody dropping, man. I had 3 on my side, you know what I mean? I had my stepbrother, Kaim, my Aunt Liz, and my little man, Keiki. You know what I'm saying? Keiki actually made me one of my designs. That's real talk. You know what I mean? And salute to everybody that got family members passing away. It is rough. People are dropping. We got to find out why so many people dropping. Is it in food? Is it in the drugs? Is it in the liquor? It's just the pace is just too fucking fast, man. Go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. Shout out to my man, the shooter. I spoke to the shooter today. Shooter about to come back on the low. Real talk. Shout out to Price Tag Entertainment, Few Techs, Mac 1 Beats, The R, my man Chico Liston. And like I always tell y'all, my guys, go to the YouTube. I got the sports book review series, snack session series. We're about to take that to a whole other level, but I'd rather not say and show, because talk is cheap. I know you heard that. All right, let's start the sports show. A lot of people. Matter of fact, hold up. I want to give a shout out also to my team, Arrowhead Media 702. They create content and they also film content. They edit content. They're available for hire, flexible hours. Ask for my man Candy when you go on their website on the Instagram or email them, Arrowhead Media 702. Make sure to check these dudes out. They are official. Almost forgot I did it, so I made it a little sweeter. I put a little more honey on the tea. You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's start the show, guys. Enough with the BS. The rich get richer, man. Every time I look at the motherfucking news, the Dodgers are signing somebody else. How is that even fucking possible? You just won the World Series. You know, you're stacking up again to win another one. Shout out to X-Man. They just picked up Roki Sasaki. Signed him to a $6.5 million contract for 3 seasons. From my understanding, it's a little above the minimum. But this kid is supposed to be the nicest out of Japan, you know, of right now. Because you already know they already got the key nigga over there, Yamamoto. They already got Yamamoto. They say that this kid could be the next Yamamoto. 3 solid pitches he possesses. He got a fastball going $103 on an average. He's got a split finger. He throws it 2 different ways. And he's got a slider. They said that his arm angle and his delivery they got to work on. He telegraphs pitches. But he's only 23 years old, and he's going to be with all these masterful pitchers in L.A., and trust me, Saaki's going to be good. The rich get richer. They just signed reliever, the kid Tanner. What's the dude name again? I think I had it here. What is it? Tanner Scott, who had like a 1.75 earned run average. Yo, how do you keep getting all these top players? I don't know. People might think baseball's not fair because of that. I personally can't complain because George Steinbrenner did this back in the 90s and 2000s. So I personally can't complain. All right, other news. Toronto Blue Jays and outfielder Anthony Santander agreed on a 5-year, $92.5 million contract, 18.5. Now that I'm seeing that it was only 18.5, now I'm saying the Yankees could have pursued him. This is not a really bad contract. 92 M's for 5 years for a DH switch hitter that got pop. This ain't a lot of money. My man Noah kept saying, oh, he wants a multi-year deal, but this shit, he ain't no real money. Right now in baseball, are you crazy? They throwing money out. So 92.5 for 5 years, for me, is all the money in the world. But for the baseball world, this shit is peanuts, man. Now I'm a little upset we didn't get after him, man, because this guy's worth this contract. Other news, oh, like I said, here go the paper. Dodgers also got Tanner Scott, 4-year, 72 M's, 22 saves, 1.75 earned run average. Kid is a fucking stud out the bullpen. From the left-hand side, they got a couple guys in the pen. They could go by company, or they could just stick Scott in there and let him be the full-time closer. And last but not least, outfielder Jurickson Profar and Atlanta Braves have reached on a deal of 3-year, 42 M's. Profar had a breakout season last year for the Padres, underachieving Texas, you know, and I think he made one more landing stop where he underachieved, but he blew up last year for the Padres, did his thing, hit 280, 24 home runs, 85 RBI, and made his first All-Star game. And now the Braves, who's been hurt the last couple of years, because that's what's been hurting them, not only losing Freddie Freeman, you got the young boy leadoff hitter, you know, broken leg, broken ankle, all kind of shit going on. Albies got hurt. Bunch of guys got hurt in Atlanta, and if they get it all together, Atlanta got the ability to make a run for it, man. All right, man. Let me get my dog Cal in the building. Those are your quick sports right there. Let's get it popping, man. Yes, sir. Definitely underrated. And you know he showed out last year. Great point, Let me get Cal in the building. KGM Sports.
Al,
What's up, big dog? What's
what's
going
up,
down,
buddy?
baby?
How you
You hear
doing?
me
How
clear?
you doing?
I see
Yeah,
you
you're clear.
repping, baby. I don't even gotta say nothing. It's all on the
York,
vision, baby. It's all on the vision.
2025, baby.
You
It's
ready
your year.
you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna start off first. We're gonna backtrack a little bit to the national championship game because it took place Monday and my show ain't till Friday. So just tap on that championship game real quick. You know I had Notre Dame as my sleeper to take it all. If I'm correct, I think you had the Longhorns with Mike. I also liked the Longhorns too, but
I
Notre
was
Dame
rocking.
was
I
definitely
was rocking with all y'all, cause I don't really mess with college too much, but I was just,
right.
riding on your pick, riding on Mike's pick,
Got you,
but once
got you.
once I saw
You
how I
call
had
that tailgating? You was tailgating.
I
Nothing
was
wrong with
tailgating because I was bumped out the box because I had the Ducks. So
that.
Ohio, as soon as they smacked me out of there, I said, you
Mm.
know what? This team looks good, man. Ohio, this phenomenal team, man.
So real quick, just to touch up on that game, then we're gonna go right into the NFL playoffs, last two games of the season before the Super Bowl.
Ohio was just too much for them, Al. They ran the rock heavy at the end too. They were getting big yardage. They just kept doing whatever they wanted. After that first touchdown, Notre Dame really didn't have anything for Ohio. Ohio looked like a total powerhouse team compared to them. They could do
Right,
whatever they
right. Shout out to my
wanted.
man. Shout out to my man Greg Drake in the building. Always a pleasure. Greg Drake works. He takes time out of his work to watch my show. Salute Greg Drake. Okay, the first drive, I felt like I was Nostradamus because I said that they're gonna have to control the ball, get first downs, don't rush anything, and give me sevens instead of threes. And
Yep,
that's
and they did
exactly
that.
what they did.
Hmm.
Yo, I was walking around feeling like half a Nostradamus out this motherfucker
Yep,
until
yep,
the Buckeyes happened, scored on three straight touchdowns on them, and
yep.
Notre Dame basically forgot what they were trying to do. Now, they made a late comeback there to try to cover the spread and actually were covering the spread at 8 because you know that closed at 8.5. Everybody knows
Yeah.
that. But then they gave up that bomb, that unnecessary bomb, and then they kicked the field goal with like 12 seconds. I didn't understand that. Like,
I
what
mean,
was the need for that field goal? Like,
there
you
is
trying
no
to
need.
cover the spread? Yeah, you
You got
trying
to
to cover
try
the
to score.
spread on me?
There's a lot of funky things happening in all sports. I mean, you saw it with the
Oh, don't
Kansas City
turn over
game.
that. Don't turn
They-
over that. Because he said we are naive individuals.
No,
Whoever thinks the sports are fixed, he said we all suckers and that we ain't got no life because the sports is perfectly 1,000% legitimate. And
no,
that only
anything.
Noah, that's those peoples, all the people he go golfing
Listen,
with, all the white
man.
boys.
Anything with money on the line, and they could find an edge if it's either a half a point or whatever. I don't know how they do it, but there is some element of being fixed, just like in a casino. The game might not be totally fixed, but they got the oxygen pumping. They got, things on the wall that make you want to bet.
So
The
the
machines,
machines are
they're
calculated.
addicting.
They're
They're
calculated
calculated.
to win more than they lose. You ask me, that's fixed.
Yeah, that's a fix. Anything that they could get an edge on, they're going to get an edge. And I
Well, you
mean, kicking a
say
field
that
goal
we're
there when you need a
stupid.
touchdown,
Why would they do that? It's too much social media. I try to get them live, but we were arguing on the phone. I said,
they
yo, let's get
enjoy
this
it.
live. Let's
They
get this
enjoy it,
live,
I think.
nigga.
I think
You
they
want
put
to
it
talk
right in
that
front of
shit?
everybody's face. I
Yeah,
think they
let's
put
put
it
it
in.
on.
They
Let's
enjoy
put
it.
it on the plate, my nigga. Let's put
They
it on
enjoy
the
it.
plate.
Yeah,
Listen,
they enjoy it,
not
though, I
saying
think.
I'm not saying every game is fixed. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's once in a blue moon, some funny shit go down.
All the
And
time. Every
that
night.
Kansas City game, was bumped up from
Yep.
8, 8.5,
Runs in the
9, 9
back of the end
and a
zone. Come
half.
on. Come on. Who does that? Who runs in the back of the end zone like that?
Yeah, and then
Come
you
on.
ain't even clear the clock. I could see if you cleared the clock, then okay, you might have an argument. You only wasted 4 seconds. I don't
Yeah,
get it.
kicking a field goal when you're down touchdowns in a championship game, stuff like that.
But
You know, it just doesn't make
anyway,
sense.
listen, just that you know, we the stupid ones, okay?
Hey,
So that you know, we're the stupid ones.
I
All right,
will say
listen,
this. I'm a genius and you're a genius. How about that?
we'll leave it like that. Let's go to Arrowhead Stadium, bro. Matter of fact, before we go to Arrowhead Stadium, I want to go to Lincoln. I want to go to Lincoln Field first in Philadelphia. Let's do that first because that's the first game on Sunday. So
Yeah,
let's do it accordingly. 12-5, Washington Commanders. I'm so mad. Listen. I never liked the Redskins, but I respect that name so much. And I hate to call them Commanders,
Commanders.
but I understand
Yeah,
it's politics, whatever. I get it. But damn, they
come on.
took away the fire out that name. Redskins. That's a dope name. But we'll go
Oh,
Commanders 12-5, playing the 14-3 Philadelphia Eagles and Lincoln Financial Field. The line went up to 6. I'm hoping to go 6.5, 7. That's what I'm hoping. But right now it's 6:47.5, Cal. They split their first 2 decisions. Eagles won 26-18 at home and then lost 36-33 at Washington. But that game was fluky, Cal, because when Hurts was playing, they had a 2-touchdown lead on them. Then Pickens came in, and that's when Jalen Daniels happened. Jalen Daniels, where he went and turned it up, threw for 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Even Barkley got big that game. But if you ask me, I seen that game right here. If Hurts don't get hurt, bro, they run him out of fucking Washington. I was watching the game. Then you got
yeah,
some handicappers coming on. Oh, you know I picked the right side. I knew they were going to come back. Motherfucker, you ain't know they were coming back. Because if Jalen Hurts doesn't get hurt, they blow them out that game.
yeah.
That's real talk. But your take on this game here, this Sunday, a lot of fireworks. You got Washington hot as fuck. And then you got the Eagles that are winning, but they are barely winning. Talk to us.
Well, Eagles had that snow game, you know, and they played a great team with a great coach, and it was snowy. But this Commanders team, Jaden Daniels is special. There's something about this kid all year long. He slings the ball. He makes right decisions, and even when the pressure's on and it's 3rd and long, this kid's picking it up. 4th and 5, he's picking it up. He's making the right moves. This is going to be such a great game. I'm looking forward to this game. I think the spread is where it needs to be. I think it's about right.
You think it's a
Four and a
correct
half.
number?
I think it's a good
Even
number.
even though even though they went to yo, Will, what up, Will? I got rid of the motherfucking strings. What up, Will? That's my
Yep.
man, Will. He like to get on my strings. I'm on it, baby. Big Miami fan. But go ahead.
I could see it being a close game, but at the same time, being in Philly, being outdoors, the fans are going to be wild there. They're going to lean on Barkley. The question is, can the Redskins stop Barkley? Because that's the key right here for this game. Can the Redskins slow Barkley down? If they could slow him down, that kid's going to be able to hang Jaden. He's going to be able to hang, but they're hurt on the line, I think. I think one of their guys is out for the game. That might play a factor here. And you know what's interesting is the coach was with the Falcons, went to the Super Bowl, lost. The Eagles coach went to the Super Bowl and lost. They're both good coaches here, trying to get back. It's a very interesting game. Division
Right,
rivals.
right,
There's a
right.
lot. Two black quarterbacks. You know, this is very interesting here. And if I gotta give a pick right here, if I gotta give a pick, Al, gun to my
No
head.
pick. You're not doing no pick. We're doing leans. We're gonna
All
get
right.
to the pick
Well, if,
session.
if I gotta give a lean here, I'm gonna lean on the Eagles at home because of the outdoors. You know, I think
Right. We
late in the
gotta find
game.
out the exact weather too, because
Yeah,
if it's really bad weather, you know, Jaden out of LSU where I mean it'd be hot over there, but it don't be like a lot of snow and cold and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
it's
And
gonna
he's just
be.
getting out of college, unlike Hurts, that's been in Philly long enough to be accustomed to this kind of weather. So the
Yeah,
weather is important. The
yeah,
weather's very
absolutely,
important. You know that shit. Because
absolutely.
if it's cold and it's slippery, you know, that'd be enough. for the Eagles to ground and pound, baby.
Absolutely. And I have
You
two.
know,
They're one of my tickets that I have. I only have two tickets for the Super Bowl, and Eagles was one of them. So
right.
I'm praying that they get in. I need them to get in. So I'm leaning on the Eagles here. Can they cover? Yes, I think they cover late. I think it's going to be a very tight game, and it's going to be outdoors. It's going to be a drive that Jalen Hurts is going to do at the end and shut up the critics. I feel that's my lean.
Well, if the ground surface is not going to affect the play of the game, and it's not raining or nothing, I think the young boy can operate. They didn't name him the smooth operator for nothing, bro. This guy's been doing it against everybody.
Yeah, everybody,
Tampa
everybody.
Bay smoked them opening night. What he did in the playoffs, threw that
Yep,
winning touchdown on their ass. This kid is balling. I
yep.
knew he was nice, but I didn't know to this degree. So I'm not gonna stay here and lie to y'all. I knew Jaden Daniels. I put a lot of money on him at LSU, but I never thought he could win 2 playoff games.
Al,
Never.
he could get to the Super Bowl, Al. This is crazy. And if he does, I
He'd
don't
be
think
the
anybody's
third
safe.
player.
I
No,
don't
no.
think the Eagles are safe.
I
I
think
don't
if
think
he
they're
wins
safe
the
either in this game.
yeah, hold on. I think if he wins the Super Bowl, he'd be the third player ever to do that. I know Plunkett is one of them. I'm trying to think the other one. I think it was a real old. It might have been Joe Namath. It might
Uh,
have been. So he could be the third old time to ever do that. That's amazing.
he's just
In year, and
special. He is
yeah,
special.
and you hear the joke that I posted up. Dak Prescott has played 9 years, got 2 playoff wins. Jaden Daniels played 5 months and got two playoff
Yeah.
wins.
And you know what? You're seeing it. I was born a Giants fan. I'm no longer a fan of any team because of the gambling aspect. But me and you, I'm a Giants guy, you're a Dallas guy, and now we got to sit back and watch this kid who's very special, very good, and a lot of teams had a chance to get this kid. And the Giants, we got to watch Saquon and we got to watch Jaden Daniels. So there you go.
Gonna be a good game. I'm gonna lean nice weather. If there's no issue with Daniels, I think they cover. But I think if it gets ugly out there, I got lucky with the Ram game.
Yeah,
Because
you
it
did.
got
Back door.
ugly. Stafford got little hands like Derek Carr. But what happened was, if you notice, the Eagles played a prevent defense when they were up 13. So they were giving Stafford all them 7 yards. I'm like, oh shit. I
Yep.
said, they're gonna let
Yep.
me backdoor. And I
He
backdoor that
backdoored.
shit.
Yep.
But when they got ugly and Saquon hit that home run, bro, I was walking all around the book like I got clocked today, dog. You
Yeah.
see when he took it to the house, that 80
Yep.
plus
Yep.
shit. I
That
thought that
jump
was
cut.
ball game, but they
It's
gave me
not
the
over
cover
till
on
it's
that.
over.
I think this one is going to be different, though. I don't. I mean, I'm hoping not to see Washington get down more than 10 points. I'm hoping it's like they're either up and
Yeah, I
Eagles are
think.
chasing them,
Yeah.
something in that fashion.
I think it stays just like that. You said, I think it's going to be close whole game. I think at the end of the game, the ball's going to be with the Eagles, and they're going to do something crazy to cover the game and win. But
There you go.
we're going to find out.
Real quick, so you with the Eagles to cover the spread
Yeah,
on the
I'm
lean. Is this a
go.
lean? It's not a free
This
pick. It's a lean.
this is the lean. I'm going Eagles on the spread here. Late in the
Okay.
game, though, close game all game. Late drive. Jalen Hurts gets it done this time. Jalen Hurts. It's on Jalen
Okay.
Hurts this game.
Okay. You my guy. You represented my hat. I love how you represented it. But I'm a true teller. I'm taking the Commanders with the points. Although everybody's saying Redskins, I'm going to use the actual name Commanders, which I wish they were still named Redskins. Because
Yeah.
that's just, I grew up hating the Redskins. Like, they used to play the Cowboys. You have the Indian on top of the Cowboy, or you got the Cowboy shooting the Redskin. Hey, what you going to do with a Commander? You know what I'm saying? But let's move on. Let's not overkill. Let's go to Arrowhead Stadium, which I'm thinking I think both games are going to be really good, Kyle. I think we
Amazing.
got what we want. Only thing, I would have liked to see the Lions play the Eagles a little more, but their defense is so decimated that, you know what, let's get the healthier team in it.
I'm happier where it's at. I like
I
it.
would have liked to see the Lions, though. I would have loved to
Not
see the
me.
Lions play this game.
Not me. I don't like the line. Get him out of
Yeah.
here.
Okay, we're going to Arrowhead Stadium. 13-4 Buffalo Bills, 15-2 Kansas City Chiefs. My man Big T's team. Only thing about rooting for Kansas City, I gotta deal with Big T's big mouth all day. He gonna want to come on my show, wear all that red shit,
I
and
love that
talk
guy.
mad shit. No, I
Ah,
love him.
I
That's my
love
guy.
that guy.
But I'm
That
tired.
guy's great.
3 years. You think I want to hear that shit for 3 years in a
I
row?
hate everything about Kansas City, and me picking him last week. I thought of your boy,
Shit.
and I'm like, Kansas City. But this week is different.
Well, they played earlier this year, and the Bills beat them 30-21. So I talked to T, and I also spoke to Noah Parker, who's a Buffalo Bill fan. And I noticed something, and I mentioned it to them. I said, you know what's funny? This is your team, and you guys are not mentioning the biggest thing. And they was like, what is it? I said, why did I get the impression that the Chiefs, they showed their hand in that game?
Yeah.
They wasn't doing all that movement shit. It's almost like they didn't show their hand. But I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
now, in Arrowhead Stadium this Sunday, you're going to see all moving parts running each and every way. Andy Reid going to pull out that playbook with 300 to 500 plays in it, bro. I
Yeah.
don't think he did that in matchup one. And I'm not taking nothing away from Buffalo's win because you still got to beat them. And they did that. And they normally beat them in the regular season, but they never beat them in the playoffs. And the last time, if you remember, when they had like 4 or 5 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, kept going like that,
Yeah.
Allen scored with under a minute. I thought that was ball game.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it was less than that. I think they gave Mahomes like 15 seconds. He threw a ball over the middle to Tyreek Hill, ran to the 50 with like 8 seconds, and I think they hit Kelsey and left 2 seconds where what's the field goal kicker? The big dude, is it Tucker?
Uh,
Tucker?
I don't know. I can't remember. Buckner.
Buckner
Yeah.
hit that
There you
50
go.
plus field goal to win the game. And one of the most amazing finishes that I've seen in playoff history of my years. Bobby Pryor had bigger games. What's
Hmm.
your take on this big game here? Because I know you fucking with the Bills.
Yeah, all day. So I think the Bills are ready for this. I think the Bills are ready to come in. I think Cook is going to be an X factor in this game. Cooks is mature now. He's going to have a better game. The rookie guy that's backing him up, Davis, I think he's running the ball hard too. Josh Allen is just phenomenal this year. I said he was the MVP. He proved it against the Ravens here. Now, this is the big test here. And I feel like he's going to control the game. He's going to be too big to stop on those fourth and shorts. And he's going to play his ass off this game. He's getting to the Super Bowl. I'm leaning the Bills with 1.5 points just to
Well,
play it safe against the refs.
it's +2 plus 1.5. So give yourself the 2. If the 2's out there, take the 2, bro. You got
Well,
+2.
I got
You
+2,
probably
but
got it at 1.5, but
I
it
got it
doesn't
at
mean that I
I
seen the
got it
2
at
on
one and a
my
half.
website. I seen the
You
2,
know,
so we running with the 2.
all right. Well, I did too.
+2.
I got them to win the whole thing. I love them so much, the Bills this year. I got them winning it all. So I like it money line, to be honest. That's what I want. But I'm
Right,
just
right.
taking the point because of the referees. But last week's game with Kansas City was very interesting. You know what I noticed, Al? Was it Troy Aikman calling the game? Troy Aikman and the other guy, what's his name? Bush or Buck, whatever.
Yeah.
Buck the fuck, that guy. That guy and Troy Aikman were going against Mahomes a little bit. They're like, "Oh, he's stopping short. That's a flop. What kind of call is that? It's a terrible
Right.
call." And for the last couple years, we've been watching Kansas City. I never heard the announcers do that for them. So, in my head, I'm like, you know what? The NFL knows. Everybody's sick of the flags. They ruined last year's Super Bowl with that corny hold. You kick the 3, you go up. Let's see if Hurts could go down and win the game or tie it. It was a corny hold.
Yo, that
Yeah,
was, listen,
it was it was
I
it was
argue with
whack.
my man. I argue with my man a half hour on that, right?
No, it's terrible.
Technically, you want to be petty. He did trying to hold them really fast.
Yeah, it wasn't
But do
bad.
you make that call at that time? It didn't really change much. I could see if it changed his route. Now, people might disagree with me, or Al, it did change his route. Look at the shit fast motion, bro.
Look
Slow
at the
motion,
throw.
it looks like it. Hold up, Cal. Slow motion, it looks like that. But if you look at the actual speed, it really didn't do nothing. Now, I understand if he doesn't do that, we don't have this conversation. So you just can't touch a motherfucker, I guess, dog.
The
You know,
throw
especially in
was not
Kansas City.
even near him.
But
The
you know they
throw
gonna
wasn't even
throw
near
that
him.
shit. You know
But
they gonna
my
throw that
my
shit.
my point is that the announcers were acting like, what it is, what we're watching. That's a bullshit flag. That's a bullshit flop. You're running. You're running. The defenders they're going full speed to hit you as a runner, and then you stop and you try to pull
Right,
you're
right,
trying to
right.
get the 15. These guys are at the offense's mercy now because they want to make it exciting for the fans. It's just like any other sport. They change all these rules to make it exciting for the fans who don't even watch anyway.
Yeah,
So
Steve said he never even looked back for the ball and shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But one thing I can say to Kansas City's defense, I'm gonna bring it back. When they played Tom Brady and that overtime game that Tom Brady and beat them, they caught 3 horrible defensive penalties on KC on
yeah,
3rd down, bro. 2 of them were definitely horrible. 1 was debatable.
yep,
So I guess this is the way of the ref making it up for them.
yeah,
But I think it's done already. You already done this shit for 2-3 years. Let them play out there. Let them play a fair state game and leave it like that. Because that personal foul on the Texans, where both the Texans hit each other
yeah,
and it
yep,
looked ugly.
hmm
Now I'm gonna go technically again. Technically, his helmet barely hit his helmet. So that's a flag they say no matter what. But when you go to New York, you have to tell yourself that barely hit. You can't call that. You got to
yeah.
overturn that.
Slide
'Cause
in last second.
they didn't overturn that shit,
Yeah, I
bro.
mean, hey, you know what? Listen, this game is a little different though. I feel that Josh Allen is going to come in there and show you why he's MVP. I don't
He's
think Kansas
gonna
City
have
can
to,
mess with him.
dog. He's
I don't
gonna
think they're
have
going
to,
to be
dog.
able to mess with him this week. I think this week he's gonna put everybody on notice. We're going to have a good Super Bowl this year. And if the Chiefs get in, I don't think it's going to be a good I think it's going to be a crappy Super Bowl. So tell your boy, hang his jersey up in his closet, okay? Put it
Now
away.
don't give him no ammunition.
I'm giving
Cause
him ammunition. Put it
he gonna
away.
bring that shit to me. Listen, he
Tell
gonna
your
bring
boy,
that shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
who is it? Noah? Tell Noah
Not Noah.
to get ready.
I'm talking about Big T.
I know, but he's the Bills fan. So tell him get ready because the Bills are going and they're going to win it all. Josh Allen is going to win it all this year, guys. I love it. I
That's
love it. And
that's a tough game. What I did,
and
I'm not gonna lie.
big game from Cooks.
Yeah, I was
A big game.
only thing I was able to do in that game. I'm glad I don't got a gun in my head because you gave out a side on that. Was I put the Bills up to 4.5 on a couple tickets. I moved the point spread. Cost me a little money, but if I put it with something else, it pays out beautifully with the extra team. I just can't make up my mind. If I had a gun in the head, I would have to say one, but I don't because you already picked the Bills, so we can live with that. We got
Sticking to
you with the Bills. Yeah, we got you with the Bills. But
it.
I really can't make up my mind because of the bullshit. Like, I don't want to take the Bills, and I'm watching the KC get all these calls, and I'm like, damn, dog, like, this shit don't never end. You feel me? Lloyd
Yeah.
White in the building. So real quick, we're going to end it basically, you saying the Bills. I got the Bills, but I moved them up. So any last words on this before we move on, brother?
Guys, comment your picks. Go hit subscribe, follow, like all Al York stuff, and go get the hats, man. The hats are available. I like that hat you got on. That hat is fire.
Yeah, I was thinking more of a sports thing because I still got to choose one and why for you.
Yeah, we're
But you
gonna
know
do
what?
that too. Don't worry.
You can never be mad at marketing. So I
I
thank you
gotta
there, brother.
remind these guys. These guys smoke too much of the fucking weed, and they're not hitting subscribe and follow. And they watch the show and they forget to hit the subscribe and
I
follow.
know they don't even want to comment after time. I tell them, yo, comment. Listen, guys, I want all of y'all to put y'all like on this. I want everybody's opinion. I don't want to hear no excuses. You ready,
Yes,
Cal?
sir.
Choose one and why. Point guards. Steve Nash, a.k.a. the floor general, or Jason Kidd, a.k.a.
Oh,
J. Kidd. Talk to us. Give me your answers, y'all. Let's go.
but both phenomenal. But I
Kidd or
gotta go,
Nash?
I gotta go, Jason Kidd here, and the reason being is, I think Kidd was just so good for so long. He was big, you know. Nash had a great run too. When he was in his fire moments, he was phenomenal. He had an awkward game too, but I just love the way Jason Kidd would play the game. He was so good, so smart. He made everybody so good around them. He couldn't help it. He ran it. Who'd they play in this championship? Was it the Lakers that time?
No,
With the
they end
Nets?
up.
Who
They
did?
no, the Nets end up losing to San Antonio, and it might have been also L.A., but I know for sure with the Spurs. But he
And
got one. He got one with the Mavs
got one
though.
with the Mavs at the end of his career.
When
You
they
know,
beat
he
LeChoke, and nobody want to bring that up. You know what I'm saying?
he was phenomenal that year too. He hits a lot of threes too. I think he's up in those top. I think he's top five in 3-pointers of all time. Assists. He's great. He was great,
Like
Jason Kidd. I'm going Jason Kidd,
if I'm
and that's my
going,
answer.
if I'm going whole career, I'm gonna say Kid. But if I'm going by like who had the better years on their top years, I'm going Nash. Because
Nash
Nash
had a
had two
phenomenal,
MVPs. Even though one
phenomenal.
of them, the Black Mamba, should have got it, but he still got it. Just the fact that he got it meant that he was in the conversation. So he
Oh
still
yeah,
played
no,
better
he
than
played out of
everybody
his
else.
mind, out of his mind.
Yeah, yeah. I will go Nash, maybe short term, Kid long term. That's the best way to break it down. We're going shooting guards. You ready?
Yes.
Devin Booker, aka Textbook, or Donovan Mitchell, aka Spider. Who and why?
This is a
Give
really
your answers, y'all.
this
Don't
is
act
this
like y'all
is
don't
tough.
know. Y'all be
This is
watching.
tough. This is tough. I mean, who's better? It's tough. I mean, I love the way
Who
Booker
you
could
want
put up
on your
numbers.
team? Who you want on your
Who would
team
I
from these
want on
two
my
guys?
team right now? I would want Mitchell, but it's hard. I'm gonna change that. I would take Booker. I think Booker's just he lights it up so quick.
Yo, you that confused that you go, I'm going to take
Yeah,
Mitchell.
you know
And then you
why?
go, no, 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 I'm going to
You know
take
why?
Booker. What
You
made
know
you make
why?
that adjustment right there?
You know what made it is they could both light it up real quick, but Booker, I seen him do things that reminds me of like a Kobe. Like he has these games that are like so good that I'm like, holy shit,
Donovan
he's on
Mitchell
fire.
got playoff games like that.
He does, but I think if like the Suns, if they would have kept Chris Paul around, they could have made another run at it, and they had a great team. They just ran into the Greek Freak that year, and I just think Booker when he gets hot, he's phenomenal. I mean, he's
I
just
would agree.
for me.
When they both hot, I think definitely Booker's more
Yeah,
ice,
Booker's
definitely.
more
But
swish.
I like Mitchell because I think Mitchell does it on both
Does
ends on the
he does
floor.
more? Yeah, he does more. He
You know what I
definitely
mean?
does more than Booker.
And he can have those blowout games too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, Lloyd. Booker definitely is the better shooter, but I think Mitchell's the better athlete, if that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
would. Yeah, he's the better. I would say that too. I totally agree. But I would take Booker because he is the better shooter, and when he gets hot, with the right pieces around him. But he's got a lot of weapons over there. I just don't think it met. Chris Paul's so good, and he was so good with them, and they're so stupid to get rid of that guy.
You already know. Let's
Yeah.
move on for the last question. You ready?
Yes.
You have your football team. You claim you don't got one, so we just gonna leave it like that. Let's pretend. Let's pretend
All
let's pretend you were the New York Jets, right? We're gonna use that because I
right. Let's
played that.
go. Let's go.
You need a quarterback for your New York Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say these guys right here are both available. We don't have to go into the computer. Yo, Al, he's still signed for 3 years. We're not
Yeah.
talking about that. We're talking
Yep.
about they was available. I gotta clarify because niggas be hitting me with the funny comments. So I gotta make sure I get deep into it. No diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff, aka Mr. Two Gloves, if he's available, Would you want him as your next Jet quarterback or Justin Herbert, a.k.a. the Beast that Harbaugh gave him that name? Who and why?
I'm going to go with
Give me your
Herbert.
answers.
I'm going with
Give me your answers.
Herbert. I'm going with Herbert. And
I
the
thought you
reason being
don't
is,
like him.
well, between him and Goff,
Ask him one time.
It's not that I try. I mean, I probably did. I don't know. I say a lot of things, but if I had to choose over these two, Herbert, because I feel like the Chargers team this year wasn't that good. I feel like the guys he's throwing to, Al, sucks. Like that guy Quentin Johnson, he used to be great in college, and now the guy can't catch a ball. He's hitting him in the chest. He's dropping everything. So I feel like
I think he got better. He got better later, but you're right.
yeah,
Early, too many miscues. You got to understand, they lost Keenan Allen, and they lost Williams, and they
yes,
lost a tight end and a running back, Eckler. They lost a lot of key pieces. That's why I
mm,
was like,
that's
why
what
are
I'm
you?
saying
But they still did really good with what they had.
because
And then,
they had Herbert.
Harbaugh builds in the trenches and then
Yeah,
builds outside of that.
yeah.
So he got the big people up front with Ort. That's why they signed Joe Ort. But I also like the signing of McConkey. He came off with that signing, bro.
I just think Goff is not as mobile as him. One, that's a big reason. Goff sometimes carves up a defense, but as you saw in last game, he throws a lot of picks too. But so does Herbert. I just feel
Goff,
that
listen,
Herbert,
Goff been to the chip. Goff even took him
yeah, a couple times.
further multiple
Yeah,
times. So
yes,
you got to put that into perspective.
I'm still sticking Herbert because of the mobility and his toughness and the youth. If I got to pick right now as the Jets, because you see what the Jets did. They got Rodgers, and Rodgers is old now, and hopefully Rodgers could have a good season next year. But if you go with Goff, he's older, he's not as mobile. This guy
Yeah,
Herbert, he can move, and he's tough as nails, you know. And I
right,
think if you get him some weapons, like you said, he had no weapons this year, it will help him out in the long run. I think Herbert's going to be phenomenal in a couple of years. I think in a couple of years, Herbert's going to start that Chargers team. Tough division now, a lot of good coaches, but I feel like Herbert's going to show you that he is one of the elite quarterbacks in the league soon
right.
enough.
The way I'm gonna break this down, I like Herbert because I think he can do more with less.
Yes.
Goff has to be stacked up like he was with the Rams, with Tom Gurley and all those receivers they had, even though they ain't scored no points in the Super Bowl, but they had a lot of weapons with that Ram team. Then with
Hmm.
the Lions with St. Brown and Williams and, Gibbs and Montgomery, Laporta, they were stacked.
Stacked.
Still did his part, though. You can't
Yeah.
knock him
He
that he's
throws
got a team. He
300, 400
still
yards.
has
He's
to play. He
amazing.
still has to play his part. But I think
Hmm.
Herbert proved this year that he can still take a mediocre offense and do something with it. And I know he had 4 picks that last game, but he only had 3 the whole year, so I could give him a pass. He had 3 all year and 4 in the biggest game.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So I agree with you. Justin Herbert out of Oregon. We agree with that. Any last words? And we closing it up, and I'm going to hit you. We're going to see each other 12 midnight on Instagram for the free pick. But say
All
what
right.
you got to say last, brother.
Guys, hit like, comment your picks. Definitely hit Al York for these hats. He's bringing that flame right there. 2025, baby. It's Al York's year. Everybody be good, be safe, and take a shot for those Bills, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. For KGM Sports, Al York Sports, we're going to return in 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. I told y'all we're doing it a little different. We're not going to drag that hour and a half. Everybody like to do other shit, look at their shit. This is your time to use the bathroom, go on your Instagram, tap back in 5 minutes. I'll be back with X-Man the Hater. X-Man, turn your phone on and off. Let's do that now so we don't have to do it on the show, brother. See y'all in a minute. 5 minutes.